Baruboya and Baruboshe from Baba Legwas channel. This is your host, Oyekun. Today I actually want to talk about a situation that happened today. A guy who had been told he was the son of Chango, and we actually did a Mano de Orula ceremony. I helped somebody do a Mano de Orula ceremony, and we did his ita. And he said his ita came up. He was not son of Chango, that he was actually a son of Ogun. And he was pretty disappointed. You know, me, the other Babalaos, we were talking about it and telling him, well, this is Ifa. Ifa does not lie. Who told you you were a son of a Chango? He said, well, I went and seen a Santero a while back, and he told me that I was a son of Chango, and I had been talking with him and whatever, whoop-de-woo. And I want to talk a little bit about that today. In the old Dun, Oyekun ofun. I'm going to read you guys the history from Oyekun ofun. Let me put my glasses on real quick. It's in Spanish, so it's hard to translate in English. Okay. One day Eshu arrived at a land and saw that the Iyalosha were bringing out names of the guardian Orisha of the people. Since Eshu was an Awo, he went to tell Olofi what they were doing without his approval. When he arrived at the palace, he told Olofi that the Iyalosha were bringing out the names of the guardian Orishas and killing exclusively to the Orishas. They were doing this without consulting Ifa, who was the one who was sent to do these things in consecration. Olofi called for Ogun and told him to cut the heads off of everyone there and exchange them with each other. Ogun grabbed his machete and left to do what Olofi ordered him to do. When he arrived, he began to cut off the heads of the Alosha who were there at the time. While this was happening, Orumila was consulting himself, and this Odu came. It warned that they were doing changing of heads. He went to where this was happening. When he arrived, he found Ogun had already done the change of heads, and he was about to go to the last one, which was the Iyawo. When Ogun went to remove his head, Orumila stopped him and asked for clemency from Ogun for the Awo. He told Ogun so that he did not go against Olofi's word. He, Orumila, would do the change of heads on the Opon Ifa to the only one that was left. This is how it was done. So, in this Odun, it's talking about where people were calling down guardian Orishas, saying, oh no, you're son of Chango, you're son of Yemoja, you're son of this, and sacrificing to the Orishas. And Eshu, being a Babalao, seen and told Olofi and said, Olofi, there's a bunch of people down there, Iyalosha, doing this, bringing down the guardian angels, trying to bring down guardian angels and saying they are this, and this. Orumila was pissed. Olofi got mad because this is the part where the Babalao does it, in the Ita. So he sent Ogun, as was read, and Ogun cut off all the heads of the Iyalosha and switched them amongst each other. And when Orula was casting Ifa, he seen what was happening, and he went over there, and with the last person, he said, wait, stop, Ogun, I'll do this exchange just so you don't go Olofi's word, and he spared that last person. But this goes to show in the Odun that nobody can bring down the guardian Orisha unless in the Ita, when the Babalao does the Ángel de la Guardia. Now some people, like I said, do it anyway. I mean, that's, their business. I'm not saying anything, whatever. You know what I mean? We're in a different age or whatever. If, there's no Babalao around, okay, whatever. I'm the type of guy that tries. I don't go completely against the grain, but if hey, if there's not something I need around, I'll try to improvise. So, okay, if there's no babalao and you have to, there's a disciple and you two are stranded on an island, well then, okay, use the lagoon or call the italero, whatever, but when the person finds out who the guardian orisha, it should be done by the babalao. So I explained this to the guy, and he was, like, oh man, I'm so pissed off. What could I do? I said, well, the only thing you could do is start a new page and, do what's done. You know what I'm saying? Because Orumila, everything is in this religion. I am not the person telling you nothing. I am just the messenger of Orumila. Orumila is giving me the message and I'm passing it on. I'm just a messenger boy. So, that's the way it is. We are all servants of the Orisha and Olodumare. So, it's very important. And, somebody told me recently the Santeros have their place, the Babalaos have their place, the Paleros have their place. And when we all work as this, we keep one unit together. So it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that, if this has kind of happened to you, you have a similar situation, I stated the Odun for you, and I read you. There's still more to the history of it, but yeah, I'm not gonna have enough time. It'll stop it. I'll have to make a part two. But it's Oyekun ofun. That's the Odun of when the Ialosha were doing the reading down of the guardian angels, and Olodumare got mad because they did not consult with Ifa and have Ifa do it. So Buruboya and Burubo Sheshe.